Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, student. Once again, we are here in English, class 8, chapter 11, deforestation. This is me, Muhammad Rahim. As you know that the last topic was exercise, and in exercise we are done answer the following questions and take the correct option. And there is nothing more in, and as well we match the columns with the meaning of the same words, column A with column B. And now on page number 114 we have the same exercise. In this exercise we have conditional sentences type 2. Before to understand conditional sentences type 2, we must open our book unit number 7 exercise on page number 76. You can see here the first conditional sentence, type 1. Conditional sentences type 1. To understand conditional sentences type 2, we should make ourselves understand about the conditional type 1, that what actually type 1. It was studied in unit number 7, page number 76. The first conditional sentence type 1, the first use. Basically we use conditional sentences type 1 in a situation when the condition is possible and probable result is there. So we use conditional sentences type 1. Conditional sentences structure is also called future possible real condition, because we use to make statement about real or particular situation. So therefore we called it also called future possible or real conditional. Why we called it real conditional? Because it is used in a situation that in a possible condition, and the results are probable. So we use type 1. Totally actually although the type 1 is a type of conditional sentences we use in a possible condition, in a real condition. So if something can done, so we use type 1. Its structural formula, it is if plus simple present plus will plus simple future. These two tense will be used, present infinitive and future infinitive. So here we have two class. The first class in which we use f, this is called f class, or also we call this conditional class. And the class in which the main verb is used, that is called main class, also result class. Here we just put the condition, and in the main class we see the result of this condition. So this is the formula for type 1. Form, in which form we use this? Actually type 1 is used in possible conditions. The tense which is used in if class of type 1, that is simple present tense, and the tense that is used in the main class of conditional sentences type 1, that is simple future class. So if class is our conditional class and main class is our result class. Examples are here, many different examples are here. If it rains, we will not have our picnic. If it rains, we will not have our picnic. So here if it rains, it is present indefinite tense, it is present infinitive, it is simple present. If it rains, this is our class, if class or conditional class, and we will not have our picnic. So it is true, it can happen, it is possible. If it rains, so we will not have our picnic. We will not have our picnic. It is our main class. And this is here the tense is future indefinite tense, future simple tense. If you stay out in the rain too long, if you stay out in the rain too long, you will get sick. You will get sick. So here if you stay, it is our present simple tense and is if class. And here you will get, it is the same past simple tense. If you eat too much ice cream, you will make yourself sick. If you don't hurry, we will miss the train. If you drop that glass, it will break. So you can see the possibilities and you can see the fact, the reality. If you drop that glass, it is possible. If the glass is thrown, if you the glass is dropped, so it will be broken, it will be broken. So it is fact. Function, how does it functions? The first conditional sentence, type 1. In these sentences, the time is present or future. Both times are used. Time present in if class and future time in that our main class. And the situation is real because we have the real situation. Like that previously I use a sentence, if you drop that glass, it will break. So it is a real situation because if the glass is dropped, it will be broken. So this is the function of type 1. We often use sentences to give warning. In type 1, actually often we use sentences to give warnings, like if you don't leave, I will call the police. If a person is catching someone, so he says that if you don't leave, I will call the police. It is a warning. Nobody will notice, nobody will notice if you make a mistake. So here is also the changing of class is here. So the main class is here and the if class is after the main class. So you can change this. It is not necessary that there will be first if class and there will be after if class there will be main class. So here you can change, nobody will notice, it means it is your first simple, your main class, your result class. If you make a mistake, it is your if class, it is your condition class. Conditional type 2, you have to come back on your own chapter, on your own subject, chapter number 11, page 114. Here we have conditional sentence type 2. It is opposite to type 1 because it refers to unlikely or hypothetical condition or probable results. In the type 1, there is the condition was real, and here the condition is not real, it is hypothetical and not based on actual conditions or facts, while the type 1 was based on facts. Here it is not based on facts, it is not actual condition. So it is used to make statement about hypothetical situation, the situation we just imagine. Per imaginary situation we use type 2. So therefore it is opposite to type 1. Type 1 uh, was real for real situations, while type 2 is for unreal. In a type 2 conditional sentences, the tense in the F class is simple past. So we will go ahead. The same formula is here, but the tense is changed. There was if plus simple present, but here what is simple past, and would well is replaced in would in type 2. So plus infinitive both present or present continuous infinitives, you can use both in main class of type 2. So here in F class we have past simple, and here in main class uh, we have both present infinitive or present continuous infinitive. Okay, forms. We will uh, talk about the time used in this type 2. In a type 2 conditional sentence, the tense in the if class, the tense in the if class is simple past, as you saw in the structural formula, and the tense is simple past, and the tense in the main class is present conditional, and present conditional you can say, or present infinitive you can say, while and present continuous conditional or present continuous infinitive you can say. These two are in the main class, while simple past is in the if class. If class is condition class the same, and main class is the result class. Examples examples uh, two types of uses are here in your book as well, as you can see on this slide as well. So two types of uses. First type, we can use it to talk about things in the future which are probably not going to happen. If something is not going to happen, it means that is not real. So it means type 2 is just for unreal cases, for imaginary situations. We can use this talk about things in the future which are probably not going to happen. If I won the lottery, so it is impossible, it is just amazing, it is just amazing, it is just imaginary case. If I own the lottery, I would travel around the world. So it is unreal that you will travel all around all the world. So it is impossible, it is irreal, it is unreal, it is not real, it is imaginary. If I own the lottery, in if class you use past and indefinite past simple. If I own the lottery, I would travel around the world. So it is just amazing, is imagining. If I met the PM of Pakistan, so it is just imaginary situation. If I met the PM of Pakistan, I would say salam. So uh, mm, it is just amazing. So it means type 2 is just per imaginary cases. Second use, we can use type 2 as well for to talk about something in the present which is impossible to happen. The same case, unreal is it, it is just amazing, which is impossible to happen because it is not true. So type 2 is not used for real cases, for real situations. Like this, if I had is number. Now he is talking on the situation and the present situation. Now he is talking, the time is now. If I add is number, it means in this class, if I add is number is talking in the time now. So now is talking that if I add is number, but currently it doesn't. I would call him. I would call him. If I add is number, is talking on now. But now it doesn't have his number, so therefore it can't call to him. You could not call to him. So if I were you, sorry, this is a typing mistake, there is were, W-E-R-E, were. If I were you, if I were you, it is impossible that now and the time is talking, how can you will be replaced by him? If I were you, I would not go out with that man. So now he's talking, and it is not true that how can it is impossible to happen that. Uh, um, so just imaginary case, it is impossible to happen it. If the weather was not so bad, now the weather is bad, the weather is bad, he's talking if the weather was not so bad. It is impossible, the weather is already bad, the weather is stormy, the weather is not pleasant, the weather is not good, but he's talking that if the weather was not so bad, we would go to park. So it is impossible. Now he is talking in the time now. but now the weather is not good, so it talks that if the weather was not so bad, we would go to park. So this is just imaginary, and it's impossible to happen that the weather is not good and it how can it will be good. So function, in these sentences the time is now. Now look here, in the function we can see in these sentences, the above sentences in the previous slide, the sentences we used, that in those sentences the time is just now or any time you can say, and the situation is not real. Like that he was talking in the about the weather, that if the weather was, if the weather was good, was not so bad, so he was talking in the time now, but while actually the weather was bad or any time, and the situation was not real. So the situation was not real because the weather was not good, or it is hypothetical, and he was just imagining. Here is homework per student. uh, One thing I should clear to all of you students, we are in chapter number 11 on page number 106.